Arsenal plan incredible response to Vinicius Junior and Jose Mourinho transfer decisions. Arsenal have not been deterred by the early setbacks they have encountered in their bid to sign Vinicius Junior from Real Madrid. It has been a largely frustrating start to the transfer window for the current Premier League champions. Winger Christos Zolis and backup goalkeeper Ilan Meslier are the only senior players to have arrived since Mikel Arteta masterminded the North London club's first title-winning campaign in 22 years. The Gunners saw one target Morgan Rogers move from Aston Villa to Chelsea in a British record £117 million move, while they have been frustrated in their attempts to sign Newcastle United captain Bruno Guimaraes. Arteta had been hoping to add a marquee name to his forward line, but Julian Alvarez's reluctance to return to the Premier League, especially given his desire to join Barcelona, has seen a move for the Atletico Madrid star stall. In their search for a potentially game-changing new recruit, Arsenal are now understood to have turned their attention to Real's unsettled Brazil international superstar. Vinicius currently has just 12 months left on his current contract, but his primary objective is understood to be to find a resolution. Talks are planned in the coming week, but regardless of any potential contractual agreement, Jose Mourinho is minded not to allow Vinicius to join Arsenal under any circumstances. Mourinho, appointed for his second spell in charge at the Bernabeu earlier this summer, is understood to be on the verge of completing another blockbuster signing in the shape of RB Leipzig's Yan Diomande. But the Ivory Coast international's arrival would, it is claimed, have no impact on the future of Vinicius. Rather than be put off by the initial obstacles that have been presented with, Arsenal are understood to be preparing a club record offer to Vinicius in an attempt to convince him of their ambition and desire to make in the jewel in an already impressive crown. Arsenal handed their prize asset, Bukayosaka, a new £350,000 a week deal midway through last season. But they are prepared to offer significantly more than that in an attempt to land arguably what would be the biggest signing in the club's history. Vinicius currently commands a weekly salary of £400,000, but the Telegraph claim Arsenal are a position more than match that and would be prepared to smash their current wage structure. There may be no more intriguing situation in the transfer landscape now than Vinicius Junior's future. The Real Madrid forward is unquestionably one of the most high-profile footballers on the planet. The Brazil international joined Real as an 18-year-old in 2018, winning 14 trophies and scoring 128 goals in 375 matches for the Spanish Giants. To think they have allowed him to enter the final year of his contract is perplexing, but that is where we are. In normal circumstances, according to industry sources, Vinicius' market value would exceed £200 million. On the pitch, that amount of money would get you a world-class left winger who is also adept at playing centrally, as well as a player who, aged 26, is reaching his peak years. Off the pitch, you would be signing a global icon whose commercial value would be financially lucrative. Real Madrid have tried to renew their attacker's contract and opened further talks with him on Monday, but, as of yet, to no avail. His potential availability has alerted Arsenal, who are among the clubs to have internally explored exploiting the contractual impasse. Teams in Saudi Arabia are also monitoring his situation closely. Gunners manager Mikel Arteta wants to sign proven talent, and Vinicius fits the bill. Sources close to Arsenal insist he's just one of a number of options the club are exploring in their search for a left-sided attacker, after missing out on Morgan Rogers to Chelsea. However, BBC Sport understands Arteta has become so smitten with the notion of signing Vinicius that he is viewed internally as the club's number one target. As Arsenal discovered with Rogers, there are no guarantees clubs attract their priority targets. Indeed, Arsenal are realistic about their chances of landing Vinicius Junior. They know it is a long shot. Similarly, there is a sense from those close to Vinicius Junior that any move to Arsenal would be difficult. From most South American footballers, playing for Real Madrid or Barcelona is a lifelong ambition. Leaving the Spanish capital, even for a club as illustrious as Arsenal, would be viewed as, at best, a sideward step. With Real being arguably the biggest club on the planet, there is a sense that leaving the Bernabeu would also impact the player's commercial brand.